Hello, this is Designated Survivor, episode 12, part 3, and hopefully the last one. We got a lot of information. Let's get into it. Basically, they're in the guard room, and Assemblyman O comes in with American forces. You previously saw these American forces was the people who came in when they were trying to figure out if they were going to invade North Korea. And basically, he talks to them about North Asian base, and basically their ideas about basically invading North Korea, which they previously was saying, okay, we're not going to be doing that at all because we're going to do peace talks. They record what he's saying, which is super smart, and they go to see President Park, who's with Soju and his wife. She before his wife leaves, she tells him that she's worried about her husband's courage and how he's so tired. He basically tells them that they're trying to make it a new Cold War in Korea. And a Cold War could mean a lot of things, and it's Cold Wars are very dangerous. There's a lot of spying, there's a lot of random murders. It's basically what happened in the United States with Russia, and bringing that back will set things back another probably 100 years about things, and could escalate to a world war at any time, which is horrible. Mr. Kim tells the chairman that the ideology disputes will stop people from catching on to what's really happening too late. United States, once again, we are in our own designated survivor, our ideology. It's okay to disagree and stuff, but when you take it to a point where it's racist or wrong, morally wrong, that people talk about, we're a Christian country. First of all, we're not a Christian country. We were based on Puritans, and Puritans are, although an offshoot of Christianity, I don't think would approve of this foolishness. It's just goofy shit, and this kind of dispute of ideology happens all over the world. It's happening. It's most notably here because we've all lost our damn minds and are arguing about things that we shouldn't have in the 2000s. Going into the new century, we should be better human beings, but as we can see from the storyline, everybody's having this problem, and it's sad. She basically tells President Park that he plans to become the president after all this. So, Mr. Mayor Kang is doing what a lot of people would see from a lot of dramas, is that he's passing out flyers, talking about he's trying to become president. And basically he pulls some reporters to the side and say that from a reliable source, Cha Young is unqualified to work because he was investigated by the terrorist place. So Cha Young has some ice cover with the TBN reporter, and basically she tells him, like, people are starting to talk. It's that finding out is being investigated, and he's like, well, I didn't do anything. It was clear. She's like, it doesn't matter. Just the speculation alone will make it so it's super hard to work and stuff. Once people suspect, and especially the fact that we don't know what happened with the bombing, it will always be something under the shadow, and there's nothing you can do about it. No, truth at this point doesn't even matter because people just see blood. They're seeing red, and anybody who they think is a commie, they're just going to go after, and it doesn't matter what's right or wrong. So he comes back after when they come in, they find out that the White House is being barrage with reports from different reporters asking what's going on, why is he still working, all this other stuff. And so Cha Young gives Secretary Han his resignation, and basically Secretary Han, surprisingly enough, is like, no, you should stay, it's gonna be fine. Obviously he doesn't know. He's thinking to himself, it's gonna be fine, there's nothing to worry about, just stay on, which politically probably isn't a good decision. If you know that this could hurt your candidate, then why would you stay? Yes, it's your job, it's your career, but the whole goal is to get your guy in the right position. And then when he gets to the right position, you can quietly work from the shadows. If you want to still want and work yourself on the side, there's a lot of positions that you can make. You don't have to be the man in charge, but that's just my opinion. I don't know if that's actually going to go in the story because I'm already on episode 13 and we haven't got to that point of conversation. What we find out is that he resigned, and so Secretary June tries to talk to him, but he kind of walks away like, I can't be bothered. She goes to President Park and tells him what happens and tells him that he's the only person who can stop Assemblyman Oh, because he's the second, at the moment, he's the second most popular person in Korea for running. And she tells him, Cha-young gave up everything just so he would run because he believed that you were a good person. And you are a good person, and you're the only person that can help us. So President Park looks back at everything that happened to him with him and said, and all the times he kind of pushed him and all the good times that came from it. And he sets up a press conference at close to his doctor's office. And he tells people that Cha-young resigned, but it's unwarranted because while he was investigated, they proved that he was without fault, and that the Blue House, I was about to say White House, but the Blue House and believes in him, and that he's been working his whole life basically to do right, and we shouldn't throw away somebody just because of suspicions. So what happens is that basically that he will not accept his resignation. During this time, he slowly walks up in the shadow, but the press don't really pay attention, obviously. And he basically, beforehand, he talks to the reporter and tells them that, could you please ask any question to divert eyes so that it's something else. And she's like, I'll do it, but only if I get exclusive interview. Because she already knows what questions she's going to ask him. So she asks him, are you going to run for president? And, he's a little taken back. He's thinking about it for a sec. He apologizes for the moment and stuff. And then into the camera, he says, yes, I'm running for president, which is basically exactly what happens in the original one. And let me tell you, I'm so excited. We're going to go to episode 13. I'm going to finish for the week. And hopefully I will try to get 2 more different videos out this week. And bye-bye.